up guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to another vlog. I think I should really start saying that because not much people think it's a vlog thing. It's more like an introduction of how to do this, how to do that, which is really not. Today is a super exciting day. This morning I went to Young Brothers, pick up Jaylen's hood. A friend of mine shipped it from Oahu. Shout out to you, Brian. And now we're at home and we are gonna start pretty much putting everything together on Jaylen's Evo, the whole front end. Pretty much a complete. The first thing that I really want to tackle first before we get into that is that I want to go ahead and fix two issues. Number one will be the anti-lock, two will be the airbag. So if you guys are new to the channel, car got to the wreck 8 years ago. Bought the car pretty much incomplete last year. So far on the airbag system, what we did replace was the driver's side airbag and the passenger airbag. The only thing that we need to install now is a replacement airbag module and a crash sensor. I bought these parts like maybe a couple months ago. These are used, but the car that came out from wasn't into an accident, so these should be pretty good, pretty much straightforward. We are going to be disconnecting the battery, then we're going to go ahead and remove the center console. The airbag module sits right underneath there on the front area of the dashboard, so we just gotta get that swapped out. Where the crash sensor will be located will be that mount right there and a mount right there. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and tackle it down. The last thing I really want to worry about is that once we put everything back in and reconnect the battery, I just hope that the airbag does not pop down. If it does, that will really suck. So last thing we gotta do is reconnect the battery, turn on the ignition, and hopefully nothing blows up, and see if the airbag light goes on. All right, here goes nothing. So the airbag light is still on, the SRS, so I'm gonna go ahead and connect my scanner, clear it, and see if it will come back on. So we do have a fault code for a passenger front pre-tensioner system fault too. So I need to check what's going on with that, do some little research, and figure out what needs to be fixed. I might just skip that for now. I really wanted to take care of the anti-lock. So what we found on the anti-lock is that the wheel speed sensor on the front are not inside the hub. When I did the lowering springs, that's where I found out that the wheel speed sensor was hanging out from the hub. I don't know why it was like that though. So that has to be the reason why that we have the tarmac, gravel, and snow on, and the anti-lock at the same time, because it's trying to pick up speed and it's not. So that's what we're gonna do. If we do have enough time, I'll figure out what the airbag light is though. I do have like at least a few hours to kind of button everything up in the car before we have to go to Kohala. It's my mom's birthday, so that's why. So this is how it looks like. Wheel speed sensor was just chilling like this. Notice that it didn't have any bolt. So what I'm gonna do you can see where the wheel speed sensor sits in that hub. That surface is so like rusted that it can't even go in nicely. So what I'm gonna end up doing is that I'm gonna go ahead and use this style wire brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and clean the surfaces there, and hopefully that wheel speed sensor will go right inside and should really fix our anti-lock problem. Alright, so wheel speed sensor on the front should be good to go, and we shouldn't worry about the anti-lock light to come on the cluster. If it does, then we can just clear it, drive it, and make sure that it doesn't come back. So now we are gonna go ahead and put the new fenders on Jaylene's Evo. We received this from Crazy Tuning Factory for like about almost, I say 2 months now, and they were in the box the whole time. I didn't really unwrap it yet because I figured I want to go ahead and show you how they look like. The fenders are fiberglass, they're not aluminum, just because the price that I saw online, which is kind of ridiculous, but then again, it's OEM fenders, was like 600 bucks for one fender, and it needed like bodywork and stuff. So Crazy Tuning Factory had it in stock, the fiberglass, like I said, and they also gave me an option whether I wanted to get it painted and bodywork. So I figured, why not? Saved a little time, and here we are. So let's go ahead and open up, check it out to see how they really look like. Man, I'm super stoked. Wow, look how stupid clean this thing is. Damn, that looks really nice. Wow. I kind of noticed off the bat that they covered the hole where you're supposed to put the bolt on to hold it in place. Not a super big deal though. We just have to drill out the holes and we'll be good. We patch it up over here too as well, I noticed. But it's okay though. Now the reason why that we're replacing the fenders is because this car got in an accident, so all the impact happened on this side. You can see the damage over here, damage over here, and the door hits it every single time. See? I'm just so stoked. I can't wait to just put this on and see how this thing really looks like. And then the last thing we have to do is put the hood on. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the carbon fiber hood off from this car, put the new replacement, and then yeah, first thing we gotta do is that we gotta have to remove the front bumper. Headlights has to come off. This piece over here has to come off, and then we have to bolt a couple things from the inner fender out of the way, drop the side skirt down to get access on the 2 bolts on the bottom of the fender, and then we should be able to get this whole front end complete with all the brand new parts. All right, guys, so it's been like maybe an hour or so that we're gonna into installing the fenders. We had to do some modification, drilling the hoses, make sure everything lines up from the gap right here, gap from the door, of course underneath, and everything else here. This kind of took a little bit longer than I really expected. If this fenders weren't covered with fiberglass and it still had the holes, I think would have been done like maybe a half an hour early. But because that it was patched up, we had to make holes and actually make sure that everything else is lined up perfect. Obviously, when you come across with something that is fiberglass components, nothing's gonna be like 100% perfect, but as long as you can try and make it everything fit the way it should, like factory wise, then everything else should look decent. But I think we're making some good progress, guys. I think the next thing that I want to tackle now is that just put the side skirts back on, and then we can go ahead and throw the headlights on, making sure everything else lines up the way it is. And then the last thing to do is to throw in the OEM hood, and hoping and praying that it lines up everything from here. Remember, on this side, when the hood closes, has a little gap from the headlight. Passenger side closes pretty much like on point, so that's what I'm really looking for. So let's go ahead and knock that out before I throw the front bumper back on. I really want to take this factory crash bar out. I'm actually gonna go take the Cusco bar off from my Evo, throw it on top here, because we don't have a grill on that front bumper there. It just looks so weird just being wide open. I think having the Cusco bar right there is gonna stand out really nice. Oh, look how the front end looks, guys. It looks super clean. Everything closed perfectly right here as it should. The only problem is that we have to figure out, or we have to adjust the hood or either the fender. This side over here is super close, you can see right there. This side has a little bit more space, but honestly, guys, I think we made a huge progress of how everything on the front end really looks. I'm actually on a hurry right now. We're supposed to leave to go to Kohala like maybe like an hour ago though, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just slap the front bumper on. I wouldn't even worry about putting the Cusco bar right now at this time. Just slap everything back on. We gotta have to put the screen on the hood. Let's go ahead and just button everything up already.
there it is, guys. Everything on Jaylene's Evo 8 on the front end is now officially complete. It looks so good now with the clean bumper, clean hood, and a clean fender. Everything else on the front end is just super immaculate. I tried to adjust the hood and the fender on the driver's side. I noticed that it's a little bit too close. Try to dial it in, but it's the best that I can do as of right now. Though I'm just super pumped that everything else looks so damn good. I can't believe that carbon fiber hood was the hood itself, that it just kind of throws everything off. But thankfully with the replacement OEM hood, it just shuts completely, it flushed completely, and I'm just can't be any happier than that, guys. I'm just so pumped. This car just came literally a long way. Just want to give a shout out to Ryan for taking care of the bodywork and paint on the hood. Thank you so much, Ryan. It looks super clean. Shout out to Brian for shipping it out to me from Oahu. Thank you so much, brother. Shout out to Crazy Tuning Factory for also doing the bodywork on the fiberglass fenders. It came out really good. It's like factory OEM. Other than that, we had to do some modification to make it work, to get it fit properly as much as we can. I just cannot be any happier right now though, so it looks really good. So thank you guys. And also want to give a shout out to John and my cousin Alex for also doing the body work on the front bumper when it was still in the process of trying to finishing up on the nose cut. But it looks really good, man. I'm so jealous. Jaylene's Evo is actually coming out so much cleaner than mine's, dog. But it's okay though, because I kind of honestly want to make this car as like a show car, fast car kind of thing. But I guess we'll see where life takes us though. I am gonna wrap up the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think on the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button for upload content. Aloha, and I'll see you guys on the next one.